That's right, Lou. Good morning, everybody. This morning it's quite a mild start to the day, and for many of us it's dry, but there are showers in today's forecast, and it's blustery at the moment across the northern half of the country. It's turning quite windy later on. So first thing this morning, there's a lot of cloud across southern England producing some drizzle. That will be usurped later by some rain coming in, and we're raining quite steadily through much of the day, especially across the Channel Islands. Then we run into all this dry weather with showers packing in across Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. Some of them wintry in the tops of the hills, and still, as I mentioned, quite gusty winds for Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. But it's later we see that wind strength really pick up, particularly so across Scotland, where we could have gales, even severe gales. This evening and tonight, the Met Office has a yellow weather warning out for this from about 9 o'clock tonight till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Disruption is possible. So if we take a look at that as we go through the early part of the afternoon into the early part of the evening, we say goodbye to the rain. See a lot of showers develop across Northern Ireland, Scotland and Northern England. The snow level comes down, the wind strengthens. Across northern and western Scotland, we could have gusts of wind in excess of 70 miles an hour. So there'll be blizzards where, of course, we've got the lying snow. Still very windy across Northern Ireland and Northern England. Again, if you're travelling in the early hours, bear that in mind. And it will be blustery, not as windy as we push into southern counties. Colder night to come than the one that has just gone. And a quick look at what's happening tomorrow. Well, again, we're looking at a few showers, a lot of dry weather, a fair bit of sunshine around, feeling cold with wind coming down the North Sea coastline. But it's England and Wales tomorrow that for a time will see the strongest winds. We've got a ridge of high pressure building in from the west. That's going to settle things down eventually, but our temperatures 7 in the north to about 11 in the south. And I'll have the weather for the rest of the week in about half an hour.
You will, thank you.
That's right, Lou. Next week. Good morning, everybody. What we have this morning is a mild start, quite a bright one as well. Sun now getting up. This is one of our weather watchers from Birmingham. But as well as the mild start, we're looking at sunshine and showers, and then later it is going to turn much windier, particularly across the northern half of the country as this area of low pressure drifts closer to us. Look at the squeeze on the isobars. Now we've got this weather front across the English Channel at the moment. It's a waving weather front, and through the day, although we start with some cloud and some drizzle, that will be replaced across southern England by some rain, and that includes the Channel Islands. But you can see a lot of dry weather, fair bit of sunshine and also some showers. Wintry in the hills in Scotland, and currently across Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England it is quite gusty, but that wind is going to continue to strengthen. So as we go through the early part of the evening, you can see how this rain pushes into the southeast. The showers become more prolific across Northern Ireland, Scotland and Northern England, and then the wind strengthens. In fact, the Met Office has a yellow weather wind warning out from 9 o'clock this evening till 7 o'clock in the morning, with gusts of wind in the north and the west of Scotland in excess of 70 miles an hour, gusts of around 55 across Northern Ireland and Northern England. And don't forget, we do have some lying snow, so there'll be some blizzards on the tops of the mountains. Some disruption at lower levels, of course, is possible with that kind of wind speed, with the likes of bridges having speed restrictions, if not closed, and it might delay you first thing in the morning, so worth checking before you set out. For the rest of England and Wales, as we go through the night, what you'll find is there still will be some showers around. It will be blustery, gusty at times, but the winds won't be as strong as they're going to be further north. Now, temperature-wise, we're looking at about 1 to 5 degrees across the board, so it's going to be a colder night than the one that has just gone. Now, as we move from Monday into Tuesday, high pressure starts to edge in from the Atlantic. We still do have tightly packed isobars, though, across this time England and Wales. And what's happening is our low pressure is moving over towards the south and the east, down towards the north coast of Norfolk. So it's England and Wales that will really see the gusty winds tomorrow, the strongest gusts. And again tomorrow, it's a mixture of bright spells, sunshine and a few showers, with temperatures 7 to about 11 degrees. But if you're in the wind, well, you will notice that it's not going to feel particularly brilliant. Then from Tuesday into Wednesday, high pressure settles across the UK, and that means quieter weather conditions for us all. It also means under clear skies by night, the temperature will fall away. So we're looking at some frost. Wherever you see the blues on the charts, that's indicating where the coldest weather is likely to be. As well as that, there'll be some mist and fog patches forming. Now with the fog, some of it, because of the lack of wind to move it, will be with us all day, just lifting into low clouds. So some of us will end up with quite a dull day, but move away from where we've got the fog and there will be some sunshine, but feeling a wee bit cooler. 7 to about 10 will be our highs. And as Lou was alluding to at the start of this broadcast, it's as we head into the weekend, things start to change. It will turn wetter and windier, and there's the chance we may have some stormy conditions early next week. But I'll keep you posted on that through the week because it's still a long way away and things could still change. Lou and Dan.
Of course they could. Carol, thank you very much.
Not as exciting as Louis, I'm afraid, but what we have today is a relatively mild start to the day. Now, today we're also looking at sunshine and showers. Some of those will be wintry in the hills, but later there'll be some gales. Currently, it's fairly gusty across Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England, but your wind will strengthen later. And you can see a lot of dry weather, bar the showers we currently have, and cloudy and drizzly in the south at the moment, but that will be replaced by some heavier rain coming in across the far south of England later on, and also the Channel Islands. Temperatures today ranging from about 7 in Lerwick to 11 in Plymouth and also St Helier. Now, as we head on through the evening and overnight, the Met Office has a yellow weather warning out for strong winds, gales, even locally severe gales, particularly so in Scotland. Now, we'll see some gusty winds across Northern Ireland and Northern England as well, but some of these winds could well lead to some disruption. So as we go through the rest of the afternoon and into the evening and overnight, watch how that rain clears. We see the showers increase and then the wind kicks in. We could have gusts 70 miles an hour plus across the north and west of Scotland with some snow falling and lying. There'll be some blizzards on the hills and gusts 55 miles an hour to 60 miles an hour across Northern Ireland and Northern England. So if you're travelling first thing in the morning, bear that in mind, especially if you're in a high-sided vehicle, a light vehicle, you get the drill. Further south across the rest of England and also Wales, it will still be gusty. It's just not going to be as windy as it's going to be as we push further north. The other thing is it's going to be a colder night than the one that has just gone. So that leads us into tomorrow. Tomorrow, still quite a few showers around. The low pressure bringing all this inclement weather starts to drift southwards and eastwards. So the strongest winds tomorrow will be across England and Wales. Gusty winds. In between, there'll be a lot of sunshine or bright skies, 1 or 2 showers. But as high pressure builds in from the west, it will start to settle things down. So as we head towards the end of the week, things are quieter till the weekend, then it all kicks off again, turning wet and windy with the potential for stormy conditions at the beginning of next week. But that could change, Lou and Dan.
Thank you very much for that, Carol. Let's return to our...
Thank you, Lou. Good morning, everybody. Well, this morning it's a fine start to the day across many areas. Beautiful weather watchers picture sent in from St Leonards-on-Sea. And today the forecast really is one of sunshine and showers. Now, we've got gusty winds at the moment across Northern Ireland, Northern England and Scotland. But for all these areas later this evening and tonight, we're going to be seeing much stronger winds with gales, even severe gales for some. But what we also have is this waving weather front across the south of England. That's going to come in and it's going to replace the cloud and the drizzle we currently have with heavier rain. So if you're in the Channel Islands, for example, today, the rain will be with you for much of the day. Move away from the south of England and for the rest of England, Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland. It's that mixture of sunshine and showers with some snow on the tops of the hills, some heavier showers pushing across the Northern Isles. Temperatures today is 7 to about 12 degrees. Now, as we head on through the rest of the afternoon and early evening, you can see the progress this rain makes away from the south. More showers develop across the north of the country, but it's here that we're also looking at the strongest winds, gusting 70 miles an hour plus in some parts of the north and west of Scotland, 55 across Northern Ireland, the central lowlands, southern uplands, and 60 across parts of the Pennines and northeast England. So if you're travelling, especially where we've got the strongest winds this evening and tonight, do bear that in mind. You might run into some disruption. The Met Office has a yellow weather warning out for this, which is valid from 9 o'clock this evening till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So as we continue through the course of tonight, you can see how for the rest of England and Wales away from the north, we're looking at gusty winds, just not as strong as they're going to be further north. And the other thing as well is it's going to be a colder night, the coming night, than the one that has just gone. So tomorrow, our low pressure bringing all this inclement weather drifts over towards the North Sea, and we see high pressure starting to move in from the Atlantic. So tomorrow, once again, we're starting off with sunshine and some showers, the wind being a feature, but the strongest winds tomorrow are going to be across England and Wales. The black circles always representing the gusts you can expect. And then we've got high pressure building in, so the winds will start to ease from the southwest. A lot of dry weather around tomorrow, temperatures 7 to about 11 degrees. Now, as we move in, not just through Tuesday night, but Wednesday and Thursday actually, high pressure dominates our weather, so things become more settled. But with high pressure at this time of the year, especially with clear skies, it's going to be cold. There'll be some frost around first thing on Wednesday, and we're also likely to see some fog patches form as well. Now, where we do have fog patches forming, because there's not going to be much wind around on Wednesday or Thursday, it will hang around, some of it lifting into low cloud. So for some of us, it's just going to be a grey day. But for others, we will see the sunshine and temperatures varying between 7 in Newcastle, 8 in Lerwick and Belfast, and 10 as we sweep down towards Plymouth. Lou and Dan.
Thank you very much, Carol. See you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.